Hey, I'm grateful you have chosen to meet me here at our favorite spot. Today's teaching is a geography lesson. Who's excited for geography? Wait, don't hang up, don't leave. It's gonna be fun, I promise. So, what is um what is it that we are searching for? Right? What is it? What is it that every human wants to find? You got it right. You cheated by reading the title, but whatever. It is destiny. And the road that leads to destiny is the moment, the right now. So, where is the moment? Where is your destiny? The first step is to meet God where He is. And He's not in the past or in the future, He's in the moment. When you continue to look in the past, you are not in the moment, and that means Abba is not there. So now you have left God, right, on your own accord. If you're in the future, you've lost Him, which is why the book of James tells us not to worry about tomorrow. If you are trying to force things in your life to happen, be it a relationship, be it a career, be it a ministry, you're going in circles, round and round you go, right? If you are not in the moment, then that's what will happen to you. Doesn't matter. You have to stay right here, because there is no tomorrow, there is no yesterday. There's only now. There's only the moment. You cannot change the season. So when you rush things, you just make things harder and take longer. Slow and steady wins the race, right? I know you remember the story of the tortoise and the hare. Stop trying to jump to the end and enjoy the ride, right? A surfer rides the waves. He doesn't fight the waves. He just goes with it. Now imagine trying to fight a wave, or even worse, imagine trying to fight quicksand. When you move in quicksand, you sink deeper. But when you become still, you receive freedom. Jesus paid the price so you don't have to do any work to find Him, to find God, other than believe. John 6:29. That's the only work you have to do. All you have to do is to live in the moment, and you will find Him. All you have to do is be still and know that He is God. Psalm 46:10. And He will find you. Everything that is your that is meant for you, that God has for you, will be given to you and will grow in due season. If you fight the process, you fight the harvest. Relax and know that everything will work itself out. You know, you don't go plant a tree tonight and then think it's going to grow tomorrow. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. I don't know. But I know it takes time to plant trees and flowers and things like that. If you can stay in the moment, then you know you are on the right path. No matter what you're going through, be grateful, live in the moment, and be still, right? This is what you should do also during your prayer time, your worship time. The reason why you're not receiving it in revelation or being able to sense the presence or communicate with Him, with God, has nothing to do with your works or if you're praying long enough or if you're not good enough. No. It's because you're not living in the moment. You're praying, but your mind is worried and focused about yesterday. You're praying, but you're focused about what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. When we worship, when we spend time in worship with Him, we should be there in the moment, just appreciating Him and everything He's done and everything that we have. You know, that's where gratitude comes from. Gratitude does not come from what was taken from us yesterday or what will be given to us tomorrow. It's found in the right now. What do we have currently? What do we have right now? That's how you become grateful. That's where you find gratitude, right? Think about Joseph and Daniel, Moses, and even Jesus. Look at everybody in the Bible. They all had trials. They all had they all submitted and just went with it. No matter what they did, it wouldn't change the outcome or make them fulfill their promise any faster. Really, when you try to change things or push things or rush things, you could make it go longer. Just imagine planting the seed and the seed then grow in a week. So you go and dig it up and say, maybe I did it wrong. Let me redo it, and let me redo it, and let me rush it. Maybe I should give it more water, and you overwater it. Or maybe it needs more sunlight and you scorch it. Or now you're just making the process longer. David was anointed as a child, but he had to wait to be king. And even though he knew he would be king, he suffered many trials. There was nothing he could do or could have done to hurry through his trials and become king any quicker. Think of Jonah. He did everything in his power to fight his purpose, but no matter what he did, it happened. He just made it take longer. When he finally submitted and stayed still, which is when he received peace and finished his assignment. No matter what he did, he was going to fulfill his purpose. Same with Joseph. Joseph's family knew he would be great, which is why they disposed of him. They knew who he was before Joseph did. Your family and friends can know who you are before you do. And they will try everything in their power to eliminate you, to expose of you, to tear you down and treat you bad because they're jealous. But your purpose is so vital that no matter what they do, they can't eliminate you. So be grateful for those evil people because they have helped make you stronger and have taught you life lessons. They help mold you into your purpose. Anyway, Joseph just went with everything. Just imagine if he would have thought, if he would have fought it, he just would have been, the Joseph. He wouldn't have been the Joseph that we all know. But his fighting or labor would have been in vain. He just lived in the moment and remained grateful and still, and he was enjoying the ride, fully trusting in God. Even though he was in prison, he found the good in it. Even though, he was lied on, he found the good in it. He didn't allow his, what was happening to him. Maybe he did feel sad. Maybe he did feel, afraid, but he trusted God more, right? He trusted the promise that God had given him more than his emotions that were temporary, right? And changeable. He got to his destiny with no stress and bitterness, just peace and gratitude because he trusted God, and he wasn't angry with his brothers because he understood if his brothers didn't do what they did, Joseph would have never been Joseph and saved so many souls. And he's even saving souls now from his story in the Bible. So understand everything and everyone that happens to us, whether good or bad, it's all according to your perspective. If you're still alive, then you have a purpose and you have made it through all your trials. When you sit and rest in lies, Satan's lies, and in your mind, listening to the lies of the enemy instead of the promises of God, then you're slowing yourself down. You're running the risk of missing the destiny, missing the target, missing the blessings God had for you when you choose to sit in your complaints, rest in your complaints, rest in your depression, rest in your racing thoughts. Don't do that. Rest in him. Rest in his promises. Rest in his arms. Rest at his feet. You are here whether you got here kicking and screaming or if you just lived in the moment, right? That's just like, I used to get shots at the doctor, and growing up I was so scared. They would have to tie me down, hold me down, put me in a straitjacket because honey, I will fight you. But at the end of the day, whether I fought, screamed, yelled, kicked, I still got that shot. I made it hard, but I could have just sat there and took it. It would have been painful for a few seconds and I would have been on my way, right? But instead I stressed myself out, and it's just like now I look back like, why I do that? It was for my own good. I should have just took it and went with it, and it would have been easier, right? And because because everything you encounter, it pushes you closer to your destiny. This is why you should always be grateful. Everything will work together for our good according to his purpose. So God is in the moment. Your purpose is in the moment. Everything is in the moment. The moment is in stillness, just being. You are a human being, right? Yeah. So be. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. So relax and just be. Well, I hope this teaching adds value to your life. If it does, let me know in the comments. Anyway, it's time for this butterfly to fly away, but you keep flapping those wings towards heaven. And if you don't want to miss any of our hangouts, follow me and turn notifications on so you don't miss any of this tea. All right. Kiss, kiss. Mwah.